In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you my natural skin retouching workflow and how I edit my wedding and portrait photos in Lightroom. And I'm going to start right now. Now, my skin retouching workflow consists of 3 steps, but luckily 2 of those steps can be implemented inside a preset, dramatically speeding up how quickly we can apply this to per photo. And I'll show you how you can actually add that to a preset at the end of this video. So these are the photos that I'm going to be working on. I've got 1 photo, 2, 3, and 4, and obviously all of them contain a different amount of skin proportional to the photo. So for example, this photo here is a bit more of a close-up than this image. So what we'll try and do is balance this effect so it works across a whole multitude of photos, which is great for portrait photographers as well as myself, who is a wedding photographer. So step 1 is actually to create a negative clarity effect globally to our photo. So all you'll need to do to create this is go to your basics panel, drop down to where you can see it says texture, clarity, and dehaze. Now, if you've got a positive clarity effect, actually bring that back down to 0. And instead, I would create a negative clarity effect. Now, I do this to all of my portrait and wedding photos because with modern cameras, the lenses are usually really sharp. So we can actually sacrifice some of that sharpness to create slightly softer skin. So all I'm gonna do is go to my clarity slider here and drop it down to -15, -20, maybe -30 if you've got a very, very sharp image or you just want a very strong effect, but no more than that. If you go any further, your photo will look too soft and again, unrealistic. So we'll need to balance this effect with basically the rest of the photo. Now, if we go ahead and zoom in and I'll just show you, we've already got pretty good skin here, but we can actually improve it. So again, if I go back to 0 and then drop it down, you can see we've got that nice soft glow starting to appear. So I would actually say for this photo, around -15 will work. So zoom into an area that's got a decent amount of skin, maybe some area that's got a lot of texture to it, and then slowly and steadily drop that clarity slider until you're happy with the effect, and then go no more. Most cases, -15 to -20 is the average, maybe a little bit more if you want a slightly stronger effect. Okay, so step 2, and this is a kind of a slower step. You can't actually apply this globally. Annoyingly, we're gonna do some spot and blemish removal. So to do that, what I'm gonna do is go over to my removal tool, but we're actually gonna use a new tool inside Lightroom, and it's called Visualize Spots. It's about 2 years old now, but it's actually a really useful tool. Now, what I recommend doing is turning it on. Your photo will go black and white, and what it will do is it will just show you the texture of your image. Now, you've got a slider here, so you can increase and decrease it. So what I recommend doing is actually zooming into an area that's got a decent amount of texture. I would actually turn it off first. So I'm probably gonna do maybe the neck area for this photo. Turn on Visualize Spots, reduce it all the way down to 0, then increase it until you start seeing those spots and blemishes appear. Now, if you go too far, it will start showing the texture of the skin, which is something that we want to avoid. We just want those spots to start appearing without anything else. And I would say around here for my photo, but again, it might be different for yours. Then either, if you want to, turn on generative AI, but you don't have to use it for this step. Basically go around and select any of the white spots that you can see on the skin. Now, obviously, you can actually turn off the visualize spots just to double check your work, but most of the time, you can just select the slightly larger ones, and actually it would work for most photos. So for that, that's all of the spots I'm selecting. You can just see the blue highlighted areas, and then if you're using AI, simply click remove, or if you've just used the normal tool, it should automatically do it every single time that you've removed a spot. Okay, so as you can see, Lightroom has successfully removed it. So what I can do now is actually turn off Visualize Spots. And you can see that all of the larger spots on the skin have basically been completely removed, which is great. Which now takes us to our 3rd step, and that's actually inside our masking panel. So once we've finished out there, we turn off the basics panel, let's head over to our masks. Now, as you can see, I've already created a variety of masks, but I haven't created a global skin mask, which is our next step. So to create that, all you'll need to do is to create new mask, drop down to Select people, now Lightroom will break down that person. So you can see we've got person 1, but obviously if you've got multiple people, more will show up. Select that main person, and then you can see it creates a sub-selection for all of the different areas. So clothing, hair, teeth, lips. The ones that we want to focus on are the first 2. We've got facial skin plus body skin, and we want to create a global mask for this. So make sure those 2 are selected, and then simply go down and create new mask. Now obviously I'm working with a variety of masks here, so what I'm actually going to do is quickly rename this. I'm just going to rename this one skin mask, so when we actually make a preset later on, we know what that mask is actually doing. Now there's a few things that we can do in here, but mostly what we want to do is focus on, again, that clarity. So we're going to drop all the way down. We can see we've got our effects here, and again we've got that clarity slider. What I recommend doing is, again, zooming in, going to our clarity slider here, and again simply dropping that down. Now we can be a little bit stronger with this effect because we're just affecting the skin tones instead of affecting the photo globally. But again, I probably wouldn't go much further than -30. So in this particular case, I'm probably going to go for -25. Now these numbers might seem small, but overall these 3 steps will dramatically improve how smooth the skin is in your photo. Again, little is more when it comes to editing our photos inside Lightroom. Now I'll go ahead and zoom out. If I quickly show you the before and the after, the skin looks so much better, and we realistically haven't actually done much. Now what's really nice is 2 of these steps we can actually make inside a preset. So for example, let's go ahead and use this photo here because the skin is a little bit closer, or we've got more of it in this photo. Let's apply the effects that we've done to photo 1 to this one photo, which is photo 3 for me. So all I'm going to do is press Command C, and it will open up with our copy settings. All I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and copy our clarity effect as well as our skin mask. Then I'm going to go ahead and press copy. Then I'm going to go to photo 3, Command V or paste. Now again, I do want to merge this with the effects that I've already got, so I'm going to go ahead and click merge. And as you can see, that AI mask is being created, and it's done a really good job. Now obviously step 2, which is spots and blemishes, isn't necessarily going to work because obviously the spots and blemishes will be different per photo, so you'll have to go through that manually. But if you just want to create a really quick effect, then the first and last step is a really good way to just very quickly smooth out the skin. Now this is a very simple process. If you want something a little bit more in detail, then I'd recommend watching this video here, which is my frequency separation video inside Photoshop. It goes into a lot more detail. The downside to that effect is it does take significantly longer. What I really like about this effect is it can be done almost automatically, and you can save this into a preset, doing it automatically to every single one of your photos. Again, if I go to my masking panel, you can see that skin mask has been applied there. So if you'd like something a little bit more in depth, I'd recommend watching that frequency separation video inside Photoshop. But otherwise, with this simple trick, it should really smooth out the skin tones inside Lightroom. Thank you to all of my YouTube members that are currently supporting the channel. If you guys want to support the channel and get some awesome perks, including free Lightroom presets, and I add those presets every single month, make sure to go ahead to the link in the description. I've been James for Photo Fever, and I'll catch you guys next week.